Hi everyone. You know, I used to come to Brazil so frequently. At some point I really tried to give a presentation in Portuguese, but my Portuguese is so bad, so I apologize for doing this in English in Brazil. Thank you so much. So I have limited amount of these, only one. So just go to www.networkatlas.org, and as soon as you go there, you will see a subscribe link. It's basically, you know, if you go ahead and put your email, by the end of this presentation, someone that has entered in the contest will win this. I have other sizes in the United States. If this is too big or too small, I will just ship this, ship the right one to you. So thank you very much, first of all, for the team here in NIC.br, IX.br, for giving me an opportunity to speak here. I am very passionate, very enthusiastic engineer. Internet has changed our life in the last 15 years, as you all know it. The most important thing is that it is going to change even further. We have internet-connected devices. We have many other, internet reliability issues. We rely on internet for everything, right? We watch Netflix, we watch other shows, but at the same time, some basic things like thermostats in our home, doors, opening them, closing them. The life is changing. We are, everybody in this room, we are part of that change. And what we are doing is that we are providing all this infrastructure of internet. However, not every one of us have the visibility that we actually need in order to create the best and fastest working product at the best cost. So I would like to ask a quick question, and I would like you to look at each other, look at the room, raise your hand if you do not buy transport capacity. If you only have transit and peering and nothing else, please raise your hand. The light is too much, so I can't see. I'm just going to do like this. Raise your hand if you only buy transit and peering. I can't see anyone. Okay, raise your hand if you buy backbone. Okay. So, Network Atlas is made for the engineers, for the system administrators, for the NOC people, and for anyone else from an executive layer who are interested in seeing what's going on in the infrastructure, where there is a fiber cut, where there is a malfunctioning infrastructure equipment. So, let's go. All right. All right, so what it is. Network Atlas is a crowdsourced. That is the key here, crowdsource. Think about this. We are always being confused by other people, like telegeography maps, which fantastic map, by the way, submarine cable map. They have done fantastic jobs. We are not, because we are the ways of internet. We are where engineers like yourself who know that there are infrastructure issues going on will go ahead and use as a platform to communicate that there are problems going on. And we are going to basically visualize this where you can hang on a NOC monitor or a TV station monitor and easily visualize everything. But there's not just it. This is the technical side. There's a business side as well. So our vision. First of all, we want to help people who buy backbone so that they can design their networks better. How many of you actually know that when you are doing a due diligence, when you're doing a building plan, network building plan, how many of you go through every single KMZ of the operator, review it? Sometimes it's really hard. Maybe in Brazil it may not be hard. Maybe some parts of Brazil it's hard. Maybe São Paulo is easy. This tool will give incredible opportunity because it is connecting the technical side of the business side of the business, enabling those two parties who don't really like to talk to each other, right? Salespeople and engineers, hey, come on. No, we're connecting those individuals in a way so that they can work smoother and better. So, improving the resiliency, because this way, when you see, oh wow, there are a lot of fiber optic cables there, we need to do some changes. So, this tool will improve that. And on top of that, it will enable you to buy the network access at the best possible cost. Sorry, I'm just... How? I will tell you guys more about how the system works, but simply, if you are going through an agent or somebody or a salesperson, this tool will enable the people who wants to sell, wholesale guys, right? Raise your hand. They're probably out there because they don't, you know. Wholesale people will be able to easily get connected. There will be a link on the link saying, hey, this link is good, Sao Paulo, Rio. Send me a quote. You can receive a pricing immediately, okay? So let's look at other stuff. So what's our mission? Our mission is we would like to be the platform which enables telecommunication and data center companies to display their infrastructure and operational status. That is our mission. Whether we do anything with the business side, whether we are able to, you know, expand into that, that's not really our core mission. Our core is the operational status. Is this network down? Is there a fire in the data center, right? We have had those in last year. How many fiber cuts we had? Many of them. They always happen. How many of them we know? Not much of them. So we want to be unbiased. We want to be able to raise through sponsorships like today, for example. I'm here because Seaborn Networks guys have asked me to come here so that I can present here. And through these kind of donation, we want to be operating through volunteers, which, by the way, we are also looking for volunteers in Latin America for them to be able to engage with the companies, the electric companies, the power and energy companies who often have a lot of power, fiber infrastructure, for them to participate and help. So let's look at some other stuff. Cool stuff are coming. Just hang in there. I'm actually going to share some very important stuff for the first time ever. All right, so value. Our value is that we want everything visual, right? We don't want to go through 1,000 email address. We are going to have an AI, which we are writing, by the way, which goes through all those emails for you and then basically visualizes the state of the internet. It can be local, you can zoom in, and we are going to have pictures zoomed in, or it can be global, or it can be customized on where your network is. Capacity and pricing. You will be able to see capacity information on a route. You will be able to go ahead and request pricing, as I said, directly. This has never done that before in a way that we are doing it, because we are going to go ahead and not include the resellers of the bandwidth. If somebody owns the fiber and they want to sell the fiber direct to consumer, then they are going to be able to do it. Or if they have, you know, capacity on ownership economics, that way the prices are going to be even much more competitive in a market like Latin America, Brazil especially, and, you know, Asia, etc. All right, the problem. So let's go back to the first statement we made. What is the problem we are solving? This is very important that it's clear to everyone. The problem we are solving is that we are so dependent on internet, more dependent than ever, and it's just going to get worse. We want to give visibility. Some of you might not care about network, right? And I don't think why you would be here if you don't care about network, but you might not. And I have friends like that. They basically say, you know what, I just want it to work. Then if I give them enough visibility and enough technical data for them to design their infrastructure, then they never have to worry about it because they build a 5.9 network, it operates. And planning your network, that is, right now, not all of you, but in some countries, in some regions, people just go to companies that resell, people just go to companies that say, okay, well, I can buy this from you, from this providers, and they lose about 25%. With that 25%, you can get more capacity. You can get into new cities, deploy more infrastructure, serve your users better. At very worst case, you can make more money for your own company. So I want to make sure that this system enables people to be able to go ahead and acquire capacity directly. But that's the second goal. The number one goal is to let people know what the operational status is. Which cable system will age? We are working on a future, very interesting. We call it time machine. Time machine, you're going to be able to go, this is coming by the way in January, you are going to be able to go see the map, all the cables there, and as soon as you select 2025, you will see which cables will end their lifetime. So if you're making a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, you would like to know that, right? You don't have to manually calculate it. The system will automatically calculate it for you. All right, the solution, using Network Atlas, you will be able to connect directly with wholesale network providers who own, operate their fiber. Own and operate, right? Not resellers. This will give you an opportunity to build more resilient and stable network while saving because you can now buy direct. All right, project timeline. I know I'm going to run out of time, but you know, food is not that important, like just kidding. So, project timeline. Our first beta, we are right now on demo version, so basically nothing functional, but I will share the link with you. Each one of you can go and check it out. Product beta is coming in January, right before PTC we are launching. And then product final beta. So I am genuinely trying, and I know this is recorded, so you know I can't BS here, obviously. I am genuinely trying through sponsorships to make this free and open to everyone. At the end, for educational, government, or for people, individual users, it will always be free, no matter what. But I'm really trying to make it, even the network planning piece, advanced pieces, very open to public. But it may not happen, and we might end up becoming like a company, because in order for us to be able to operate and make this product go further, we may need to be able to operate. So from May 30, to basically August, once the product launches, we are going to decide that. What do we do? Do we do a non-profit? Can we get a stable sort of income? By the way, all of this data is available as a public to the penny, that what our 3-year plan is, all available transparently in the www.network.atlas.org. If you click blog, that I wrote a long blog entry with the financial needs of this project. Anyway, then we have Network Atlas 2. We are thinking about building an appliance, which basically you can put it on your premise and you can connect Network Atlas directly into your existing network monitoring tools. And through API, they can talk, and we can basically visualize everything inside your network. So you can do the same thing for your VPN, for your other devices. All right. So really quick, I know, strength, weakness, opportunity, threats. So we have the most experienced team and mapping technology. Guys, the team that we have are for all former ex-Yahoo, several ex-Yahoos and Google experts that have been top of the line. You might have heard fibermap.com. Those guys are incredible, working there, trying to deliver a completely different product, and they're letting us use all their source code. But you know, obviously they're developing a lot of stuff custom for us. So weakness, let's be honest, right? Some of you that are in this room may not be even interested in this, and that applies everywhere in the world. This might be something cool, but not cool enough to buy. So that's sort of like an issue. Opportunity. With this tool, we can help others become more interested in network and infrastructure. By visualizing and showing people how big, huge internet is, I think we can actually let people learn more. All right, I'm going to go. And the threat is basically financial, right? If I can't raise this, I've paid everything to this date except this trip and several other little things by myself, and that is obviously a risk. All right, products. So, by the way, thank you very much for Netal. I don't know if anyone from Netal is here. Wagner, are you around? Thank you. He's a good guy. He shared his KMZs. Of course, Seaborn has shared the KMZs. And then if you have KMZs, if you own fiber, want to share it, let me know. Technical overview. Basically, this is São Paulo, but you're going to see in the next slides that what else we have. Provide visibility, provide technical details, and provide additional information. What's the additional information? You're going to love the next slide. I know I run out of time. All right, how do you like that? We don't have that for Brazil yet, okay? Basically, this is how the map looks normally. But you select the metro, you zoom in, this is 3D view of New York. This is 60 Hudson, 111.8, yada yada. We will be able to do that in everywhere that Google API and some other maps have. If there is a building 3D map that has it, we will integrate and fetch that information. Some other things we are also working on are very interesting. Submarine cable ships, what are their location? We want to overlay that. Hurricanes, typhoons, earthquake, we want to be able to overlay that with the actual fiber cuts. So it gives the visualization. All right, I have 2 more slides and that's it. Business overview, as we talk about it, I don't want to deep dive too much on it. We will be able to create some unique platforms as well for people who want to swap capacity. Person A, person B. Person A is looking for the capacity person B has, but they are not aware. How can they meet and how can we enable that? We are going to build a platform in the future that enables people to be able to swap things. And by the way, no commission ever. From our end, we are the platform. We just want to develop it. We don't want to do sales. We want to be engineering. We want to help engineers to just do engineering, not, purchasing and stuff like that. Anyway, so, okay, this is the last. You can go https://dev, dev.networkatlas.org. If you go to networkatlas.org and click the demo, you can go there directly. You can see, give us feedback and sign up. And basically, this is our website. There's a Slack channel. We have more than 120 people there. Feel free to join, ask questions. We have email group. If you want to sponsor, let me know. If you want to volunteer, please do let me know. That's the most important thing, okay? If you want to help, let me know. And last but not least, I want to say thank you to all these companies who have sponsored, but very especially Seaborn Networks for bringing me here. Now, any questions? Everybody's hungry, no questions. No, not even one? Okay. There's one? There's one question, yeah.
I promise, I'll be very fast. Have you any plans actually, how long it takes to actually build it up all the development in Brazil? Do you have any, you said you have no, how can I say, no map in Brazil yet, but there is a preview how long it takes to actually work in full-time in Brazil, oh, hey, it's going to take 6 months to start to build a small office in Brazil, actually in São Paulo, to build up the service of Atlas, or something like that?
Okay, so if I understand correctly, you're asking how long would it take for us to build the Brazil visibility, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so great question. Guys, one thing that I didn't have time to talk, I wish I had more time. I wanted to demo you guys the actual version, which basically is available today. You network operators, we can do this if we have support from places like, NIC.br, CGI.br. If it is possible, the platform enables users to register and upload your own. I am not a bottleneck. Cluster lives on Google Cloud. No thank to them because we are actually paying for it. But they're fast. They're incredibly fast, okay? So if people here collaborate, if we have some support from the entities like Brazilian, experts like yourself, it can be done so fast because infrastructure is there. All you need to do is register, upload to KMZ, and what we do from our end, when you upload the KMZ, we are going to have these volunteers that we are going to pick in the community, similar to peering DB. You guys know peering DB? Raise your hand if you're a peering DB user. Okay. So all of you guys, I anticipate, will be a network atlas user too. You will upload only the fiber you own and operate. Own and operate, right? If you lease a pair of fiber, okay, we will let that because you have more than a 10 gigabit capacity. But if you have 10 gigabit capacity on a route, okay, and if you're just selling their bandwidth, I'm sorry, no, we can't allow that. But if you have fiber, you're welcome. You upload, by the way, it's free, okay? You upload your fiber, it's free. We don't expect anything to be paid. The only thing we expect is technically KMZs can be really, really bad quality. Please try to send us. Don't send us anything secret, okay? Do not send us if you're going through a government agency's building where the building entries are. Just like you can hide that part. Nobody needs to know that part from our end, right? But give us enough quality that so we don't have to spend like hours and hours to redo that. You know, when you do a direct line in a KMZ, I'm pretty sure you guys all know what KMZ is, right? It's basically the route information, in Google Maps format. If you just draw a direct line, we cannot just bring it to our map. Our map doesn't work like that. We need to have manhole by manhole details or several manholes so that it's accurate enough. I don't know if it answers your question, but with help of you, with help of the community, platform is there. We build the platform.
That's perfect. That's what I wanted. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. That was a good one.
Manit, one question.
Okay.
In case of swap agreement between companies, how who can put the data inside the system?
Good question. Very good question. So that is something we are going to do maybe next year this time. We're going to start planning, but I already envisioned something. So let's say I'm looking for a capacity from Rio to São Paulo, okay? And I know a value of it. You set a market value, okay? This is all anonymous, by the way. There is no salespeople involved in the swap, okay? Engineer to engineer discussion, handshake, and then you guys do contracting. We are not part of it. The only thing we are doing is that you initiate and say, I need 10 gigabit capacity, and this is the value, okay? System receives it, and then somebody else, and then you can say, these are the routes I am looking for. I have this route, 10 gigi that I'm looking for São Paulo to Rio, but I have Rio to Fortaleza to swap, and I think the value is this. And I have São Paulo to Porto Alegre, São Paulo to Brasilia. I have these, I'm looking for Rio. That information comes in the system. The other information from similar providers come in the same system, and basically you get a match. It's like Tinder, you swipe right. You swipe right to get backbone for cheap, something like that, But seriously, it's all behind the scenes. It's all AI-based. It's like I have no visibility to that. The only thing we are going to do, the information you get, the system will generate, okay, these guys, a match. They have something in common. He has something he wants, and he has something he wants, and with a similar price range, right? And then what happens is a magical email you receive, or an app notification saying you have a match. But this is seriously, this is what we are thinking, unless the community has a better idea, a better way to do this. We want to make sure it is not sales, okay? We want to make sure salespeople don't go, that will happen too, by the way. I am actually thinking that salespeople can go and put their offers. For example, there is this capacity that became available, and they want to do a year-end sale. Yeah, they have budget problems and stuff like that. Why not? Create a separate section, different section that says, okay, discounts, huge discounts in these routes. Did it answer the question?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then I want to be very careful. We only talk today about one single thing. Network. There's a data center part of it. We are going to find ways to integrate with peering DB as well. So if you're planning to go to a data center, to make a network plan, not only you will know which network providers are going to be in there, you know, but also the peers. So one shop, right? One shop. And you will be able to click and get a quote from the owner of that data center, no resellers, okay? I love resellers, don't get me wrong. I am here to make sure my engineer friends get the best possible price. Cool? Thank you. Obrigado.
Obrigado, Maynard.